All right. We are live for the Get Listings Challenge, day number 1, our free 5-day Get Listings Challenge. I hope you're as excited as I am, and I hope that you're ready to take action and implement because otherwise, this is just entertainment, right? Information without application or implementation is simply entertainment, and that's not what we want here. I need some big favors to ask for first and foremost. If you are watching in the group on Facebook, I need you to like or hit the heart button so we can get some engagement and get the algorithm to notify more participants. These are always more fun, more valuable, and more enjoyable when we've got a big crowd here of eyeballs. So do me a huge favor, like or hit the heart button. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, right now, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Make sure you smash the bell so you're notified of new live sessions. And lastly, make sure you get registered for the free listings challenge, freelistingschallenge.com. That will get you into the group. It also will make you eligible for the prizes that we're going to be giving away as part of the challenge. Each day of the challenge, we are giving away prizes. And there are, number one, you have to participate to be eligible. Number two, you have to be registered to be eligible, right? And lastly, if you're watching on LinkedIn, make sure you hit the like button or maybe the light bulb button or the celebrate. And also make sure that you register for the challenge. It's 100% free, and you'll be eligible for prizes. And you're going to get actual opportunities here if you do the work and you implement and take action. All right. Some housekeeping items before we dive into today's training and give you today's homework assignment or exercise to complete, which also is a prerequisite to be eligible for the day one prize. So let me make sure here, and I'm going to do my best not to forget to share my screen. Sometimes I get excited and I forget to share my screen. But if you haven't already done so, make sure that in the group here, you go through, there are three videos that are pinned as featured videos. And I'm actually going to pin this one as well, so they are easy to find. But there are three videos that many of you have already gone through and you've completed the work with that, but not all of you have. There's a welcome video, and then there's pre-challenge homework number 1, homework assignment number 1 and number 2. Now, we've had a ton of activity and a lot of people completing that work here today, which I greatly appreciate. And it will help ensure that you get the most out of our time together. But if you haven't already done so, go back, check those out. They're all pinned as featured video content at the top of the group. Okay. Now, I need some engagement here, right? Because we still need it. We need more eyeballs here. We need to up the engagement. So I need you to comment. Right on. Brian is watching on LinkedIn. I appreciate it. I need you to comment below. With, let's see here. What would be good? We've already had you in the welcome video introduce yourself. We've already had you in pre-challenge homework number 1. Share how many listings you've taken this year and how many your goal is for the next 90 days. And then we had you do some homework that we're going to do today. So why don't we do this? Comment below how many homes you have in escrow right now, whether as a, on the listing side or the buyer side. How many properties, how many homes, how many clients do you have in escrow right now? How many properties do you have in escrow? 0. Let's try and change that. Allison, 2. Don, 4. I love it. Keep them coming. 0. 2. Good. 2. Keep them coming, folks. We need, I want to get this engagement up. And another one with 2. I'll share mine. Two left. One closed today. Stephanie, congratulations. One closed today. Brian, 8, but they're loans. Hey, listen, it's all good. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see here. 0. Keep them coming. Let's get 2 or 3 more here. 2 or 3 more here. 0, Sonia. One more, and we can continue rolling here. David, 1 listing, 1.725. That makes for a good Christmas. Makes for a good Christmas. Not enough, someone says. Not enough. Yeah, I hear you there. Okay, so the homework from yesterday, pre-challenge homework number 2, was to have you identify, whether it be in a notebook, whether it be on a whiteboard like over there, or on a Google document, whatever the case may be, to identify at least 3, maybe 5, maybe even more active, ready, willing, and able buyers who, if you brought them the right property, they would write an offer today. Now, there's a number of reasons why I had you do this exercise. Number 1, what you focus on expands. And I think it was Greg James. I was trying to think of the phrase or the I guess it's the phrase or the term for this this concept of reticular activation, right? By you just taking the time to write down that information, your reticular activating system will go in and start to work to find opportunities for those clients where maybe you weren't as activated, right? You weren't as engaged to do that prior to actually doing that and putting it in writing, right? Now, I love pen and paper. It's actually how I manage my day. I literally block out. This is another session for another day, but I literally block out every half hour of my day, and I plan it out that strategically. And I think there's a lot of merit for doing this. But one of the reasons why I think this might make sense to do as a Google Doc or a Google spreadsheet is so you can actively keep that updated. You might even go so far as to have that spreadsheet as like a browser in your or a tab in your browser at all times, so you can literally review it multiple times per day and keep your brain working on finding properties for those folks. Okay, so that was one of the reasons, but the main reason why is we're actually going to use this list several different times and several different ways throughout the challenge. And today what we're going to do is we're going to pick a minimum of 1 client, and we're going to craft a message, a post on social media to create some opportunities for that particular client. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through some examples, and then I'm going to actually do the work. That's the actual training for you. And then I'm going to give you your homework assignment and how to complete that assignment and how to do so in a way for you to be eligible for our prize giveaway, which we will announce tomorrow. We'll announce the winner tomorrow at the beginning of our session, right? So I'm going to share my screen. I want to make sure that I don't forget and get down the rabbit hole. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you a couple of different examples of what we're going to create today. Okay, so this is an example from my page, and admittedly, and I've said this a couple of times. Actually, let me do this. I promise we're going to get to this, but I want to cover 2 things here. I want to cover 2 more things here. Number 1, I have said this. I said this several times in the pre-challenge video content. I'm going to say it again here. One of the reasons why I love doing these challenges is I do the work myself. So I end up creating opportunities for myself as I do the work. And what you're going to see here is this first exercise I actually haven't done since the last free 5-day challenge that we offered here, when in reality, I should be doing this a minimum of once a month, if not once every week, right? It's a great habit to create in your business. Number two thing I want to share is most likely, the training And the exercises, i.e. homework assignments that we do each day through the challenge here, it's probably not going to be new or revolutionary information for you, right? There's nothing new under the sun, really. Okay. There might be a little tweak here or a little angle here or a little different way of approaching things, right? But we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're trying to take best practices, things that we know work, and just implement, right? Because the person that wins in business, the real estate agent that wins in this game is the one that is better at implementation. Consistent implementation, consistent, massive right actions. That's how you win in this game. Okay. So let's get into some examples. So here's the last one I had posted way back in March. Listen, I'm embarrassed to admit that, but listen, I'm also all about being authentic. Okay. Here's the reality. This is the last one I posted. And these posts follow a structure. And we're going to follow this structure here as I go through and demonstrate how to do this and then give you the assignment. So the structure, it's a three-step process. It's a three-step process. If you're taking notes, you might want to write this down. Number one, we're going to ask for help. We're going to ask for help. People, generally speaking, people are naturally inclined to want to help. Number two, we're going to tell a story. We're going to tell a story about our clients. And number three, we're going to include a call to action. We're going to tell people what to do to help you. Okay, so you can see an example right here. Can you help us out? My clients have been looking for a single family home in CV schools for $350K or under. There's very little inventory currently available right now. Have you heard anyone talking about selling their home in CV? Shoot me a private message or call or text me at this number. Thanks in advance. Okay, very simple. And the image here is of the high school that I'm referring to. CV is Cumberland Valley, and this is the high school. And so that is an image that is representative of the audience that we're trying to attract here. Here's another example, very, very similar. In fact, the exact same format. Can you help us out? My clients have been looking for a single family home in Lower Paxton for under. Lower Paxton is a township, a specific township. So in this case, in the first case, we were looking in a specific school district. In this case, we're looking in a specific township. The rest of this follows the exact same structure. And in fact, we're going to follow the same structure again. Let me give you one sort of alternate variation. This is actually a story from my client's perspective. So in this case, we used pictures. Now, I got her permission. This is a gal named Devin. Unfortunately, we did find her a home. Unfortunately, this is terrible. She lost her job 4 days before closing. And so we weren't able to get the loan. I'm still working with Devin, and I know that she's kind of back on track and back to being able to qualify, but it was just one of those weird situations. However, this is the slight variation. Instead of directly asking for help, we're asking a question. Then Devin is telling her story, and then we give information. The call to action is embedded into the story. Once again, I want to be super clear. Devin gave permission. In fact, she wrote part of the story, and I sort of edited it and so forth. Okay, so that's the structure. We're going to ask for help, tell a story, and then a call to action. That is a great formula that you can leverage over and over and over. And in fact, again, I want to be fully transparent. This is something that I should be doing every month at a minimum. Honestly, probably every other week, maybe even every week, because there's different stories that you're telling. There's different audiences that you see it. And one thing I know about social media is depending on the algorithms, the words, the images you use, different people are going to see different posts. Okay. That said, maybe now is finally the time that I'll commit to doing this more consistently for myself. So let's go back into screen share, and we're going to actually walk you through this process of creating a post like this. So I'm going to go to my business Facebook page. Which by the way, you can do this on your Facebook profile. You can do this on your Facebook page. You can do this on Instagram, right? This isn't limited. The only limitations on using this concept are your own ideas here. I'm going to start by posting it on my Facebook page, my Facebook business page, and then I'm going to share in a number of different places, and I'll walk you through what that looks like as well. Okay. I just want to illustrate or emphasize the point that there are lots of different ways you can implement this. All right. My throat is already getting dry. I've been doing a lot of talking already today. Okay. So I'm on my Facebook business page. I'm going to choose photo/video. Now I need a photo. I haven't even done this yet. Okay. So ideally, you would have your own image to use. Okay. Maybe you have asked permission from your clients and you have images that you can take from their Facebook profile with their permission again. Maybe you go out and take your own image. Like if I had thought about it this morning, I could have taken an image that I could use. What I'm going to do is I'm going to steal an image from Google Images. I am not recommending you do this because there may be copyright infringements and things like that. Okay. So you need to do your own due diligence on this and make sure you're using an image that you have permission to use, in one form or another. But I'm going to type in Mountain View Middle School. Okay. Mountain View Middle School, because that is the specific. So the clients that I'm using for this example, not only are looking for a specific school district, they're actually looking for a particular middle school in the district. We have, so the way our school district is structured is we have 8 elementary schools, we have 2 middle schools, and we have 1 high school. And they're looking to be in a particular part of the district that goes to a specific middle school. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to grab an image that we can use. Let's see here. I'm going to use this image here. Okay. So I'm going to save image as. Can't be downloaded securely. That's odd. Okay. Well, I'm going to. Maybe this can. There we go. I think. Did it download? Now we're good. Okay. So I'm going to go back over to my page and I'm going to choose photo video. And I'm going to go to downloads. Okay, now I'm going to include some information with this post. We're going to get pretty ninja here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. And by the way, we will include and we'll add to the description with this video scripts and examples, etc. So for easy reference. So if you're watching this after the fact, or if you're watching it live, just know that after the fact, as soon as possible, we'll get some more information added for you to make it easy. So I'm going to paste in this text. And I want to draw even more attention to this. So I'm going to put in some emojis. Now I'm on a Mac, so I can do Control Command space bar, and it'll bring up emojis. You can also there's a great Chrome extension called Emoji Keyboard by Joy Pixels. That's right up here. Okay, either one is fine and will work. I'm going to bring this back up. I'm going to use the pointer finger. In fact, I'm going to do that twice. Help us out. And then I'm going to use, instead of the regular question marks, I'm going to use the right here. Get rid of the space there. Okay. My clients are looking for a single family home in Mountain View Middle School. And I'm going to put a home emoji in here because I want to continue to draw attention to this. And in Mountain View Middle School. And I'm going to, we're going to get more specific. My clients are looking for a single. I'm just thinking through here the best way to word this. There is very little inventory currently available right now that fits their needs. Just going to kind of tweak this a little bit. Have you heard of anyone talking about selling their home in selling their home? Thanks in advance. Blah blah blah. Got email. Okay. Budget is up to 850,000. Must have a first floor bedroom. What's the other major? Prefer an open budget. Their budget is up to 850,000. Must have a first floor bedroom, and they prefer an open concept. There's very little inventory currently available right now. That's redundant, so I'm going to cut that down. Currently available. That fits their needs. I'm just trying. Anytime I read it, so this is a great lesson in here for you. Sort of a meta lesson is anytime you create a message like this, whether it be a text message, an email message, a post like this, when you read it out loud, it will sound different to yourself, and then it makes it easier to edit it and clean it up, make it sound the way you want it to sound. Okay. So my clients are looking for a single family home in Mountain View School, middle school. Boundary, call it, within, I'm going to say within Mountain View Middle School. Their budget is up to 850. Must have, there's very little inventory available that fits their criteria, that fits their needs or their criteria. You heard anyone talking about selling their home, shoot me a private message or text me at this number. Thanks in advance. Now I'm going to do something a little bit tricky here. Not tricky, but I'm going to notice here, I'm going to click on the dot, dot, dot. Okay. It says add to your post. I'm going to click on dot, 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 and I'm going to click on check in, and I'm going to check in at Mountain View Middle School. Okay. I might also do the dot, dot, dot and click on get messages, or I could even do get calls. That's interesting. I'm not going to do that because I haven't actually played with that too much, but I am going to add the ability to send a message. Okay. And the reason why is I have shoot me a private message. Okay. Now I'm going to post. By the way, if you have questions, comment below with your questions as we're going through this, because I'm going to, once I'm done with the training portion, we'll do Q&A and we'll give the assignment for day one to be eligible for the prize package. Okay. These are groups that I own and manage. So I'm going to go ahead and share those. I'm going to post those into the group. Okay. Now I want to share this into other places where groups, pages, and even my personal profile, so we get as much organic or free exposure as possible to create as many conversations as possible. So notice here when I click on, okay, I'm in the post here. If I click on share, I can share to a group. So I'm going to click on that. and I'm going to choose this one here, Hamden Township Small Business Support Group. And I'll say, who do you know? I'm going to post that. That's a group that is the specific township mentioned in that group um, is within that area. So you want to try and find groups or pages to share it to that fall within the geographic area that we're thinking about here. So I can share to a page, and let's see here. If I do Command F, Hampton. Now you probably won't have all of these pages, but I have a ton of pages that I am an admin or manager of. Where is that? Hamden. I don't want that. Hamden. Well, I'm not going to make you guys suffer through me trying to find that, but I could also share, like, um, maybe of a group. Maybe you have maybe it's in a school district where you're a member of the group PTO or whatever. The group's PTO. I'm going to type in Cumberland Valley. There's no Cumberland Valley. I'll type in Mechanicsburg. I'm going to share as, here's the other thing that will unlock different options for you. So I'm going to share as Josh Schoenly, my personal profile, not my business page. And that's going to unlock a bunch more options for me. Okay. Now, if you're not sure, if you're not sure, if you're not a part of local groups that are applicable, watch this. So I'm going to go to facebook.com. And I'm going to search Facebook. I'm going to say, I'm going to search Mountain View. I'm going to do a search. And then once this opens up here, come on, then I'm going to choose groups. And now there are, see here, right here is the Mountain View Middle School PTO. Now, I'm not suggesting, I don't know that this would be a great idea. Um, and I'm going to resist the urge to do that because there may be some people that get a little hot and bothered about me sharing something like this in there, but just to show you some of the possibilities, right? I could do Hamden Township. So I do a search and then I switch to groups. And as you can see here, there are different groups, some of which I'm already a part of, like Hamden Township. In fact, I'm going to share to that group. So I'm going to go back here. And why is it not letting me share now? Delete. I'm not sure what happened to the share link. The other thing that you probably will want to do is share to your, there it is share to your personal profile. Okay. So you can choose more options. Let me see here. You have to switch to, well, here's another way you could share to your personal profile. You can just copy the link, go to your personal profile, post that link. I'm going to delete that and write, who do you know? Go ahead and post that. Right? So there's lots of ways that you can increase the organic exposure and get a bunch of eyeballs on that post and create inbound conversation opportunities. Now, from doing this work, I can tell you, from doing this work many times, I can tell you that you will get people that will send you a private message through Facebook. Sometimes that'll happen through your Facebook business page. Sometimes they'll just message you directly on your personal profile. You will get people that call or text. In fact, I can't remember if it was the first or second time we did this challenge. I actually got a call. We did this same day one work. I got a call on a Thursday morning, basically a come list me call Thursday morning. Someone had seen the post and shared it with the person calling me, and that created an opportunity. So there are any number of different ways. Some people might email you, because I would recommend, as I did, that you do as I did, which is, and I'll share my screen here again, is I included my email in sort of my signature part of this. Okay. So making it as easy as possible for people to respond. Now, you could also boost this post if you're so inclined, but I'm not suggesting you do. I'm trying to, with this challenge, give you 5 fast and free ways to generate listing opportunities right here and now. So I want to give you your homework, and then we're going to open it up for Q&A. You can use the comments to ask questions, and then I'll reiterate the homework again at the end. So here's your homework. You're going to do exactly what I had just done. Okay. At a minimum, you're going to post this to your Facebook business page and or your Facebook profile at a very minimum. I'm going to recommend strongly that you also then share it into other places so you can get more organic reach and more eyeballs, and therefore more potential opportunities. But at a minimum, you're going to do that. Then to be eligible for the prize, here's what you're going to do. You're going to take an image of the post, a screenshot of the post. Let's see here. I think I have it open here. Yeah. So you're going to take a screenshot of the post like this. I'm on a Mac. It's Command-Shift-4 to take a screenshot. You might have the snipping tool. Oh, wait, is it Command-Shift? Control-Command-4, isn't it? Well, what did I just do? Command-Shift-4. Geez, my brain froze on me. Command-Shift-4 on a Mac. You may have a snipping tool. There's also Light Scribe. Or worst case scenario, if you can't figure that out, just take the link, okay, the link here. You're going to go to the group. And you're going to make a standalone post. So you're going to post to the group like this. You're going to upload the picture. Okay, I got to find my screenshot. By the way, I'm not eligible to win the prizes. I'm just demonstrating how you can make yourself eligible with the hashtag day1HW. Day1HW. That's all you're going to do. Okay. Now, if you can't figure out how to take the screenshot, you would just post the link, but you got to make sure that you include the hashtag day1HW. Hashtag day1HW. Let's do this as well. Post a comment. Make your post. Take a screenshot. Post in the group with hashtag day1HW. Drop that as a chat to all. We'll get rid of the repeating. Questions. We've got a great crowd now. We've got lots of engagement. We've got lots of people on here. Who's got questions or thoughts? Maybe you have something to add for the good of the group. A different angle or a different way to do it, or a different place, platform, or whatever. Social media can be a great way to create opportunities and conversations, right? If nothing else, this is a great way to remind your social media sphere that you're in the business, right? And here's what else this demonstrates. Here's what else this demonstrates. That you're willing to go the extra mile for your clients. You're willing to go the extra mile for your clients. You're not just sitting back and waiting for your clients to find the right property for themselves, or for the market to bring opportunities to you. You are proactively working on your client's behalf. So when you do this kind of thing, when you do this type of work, maybe you won't. So I'll just be very transparent with you. It is unlikely that you're going to find your clients their ideal property from this action, this exercise. Okay. It does happen. It does happen, but there's not a high probability. There's not a high probability. However, you're going to create other client opportunities if you do this work. If you do this work, it will create more client opportunities. All right, we're getting some great questions. Mark, I got to run and pick up an earnest money deposit. I can handle what we went over and get it done. Right on. I appreciate that, Mark. Let's see here. What if your buyers are looking in multiple areas? Should you make multiple different posts or all in one? I would say either one is fine, but for the sake of simplicity, I would probably put all into one. I would also say that you might want to choose one where they are very strategically looking for one area, right? Or look for a way to make that area, fit. Okay. So, but I'll give you an example here. Let me share my screen again. So maybe instead it wasn't Mountain View Middle School, right? My clients are looking for a single family home in either, blank, blank, or blank areas. And then there are additional criteria. Okay. That can work. I would say to you and to anyone listening, the more crystal clear your client is on what they're looking for, the better opportunity this might create. And the other thing is you might want to create one separately for each and share into groups strategically in those different areas, right? But if you're holding a gun to my head and saying, what would you do? I would probably lump it all into one, and then I would share into those different groups or areas, and do it that way. Hazel says, I will write you privately later. I'm looking forward to it, Hazel. Let me know. Right on. This is a great way to attract sellers. Jeff, absolutely. Jeffrey, it absolutely is. But it's not just that. I want to reiterate again, it's not just that. It's you demonstrating in your market the lengths you are willing to go for your clients. That you aren't just like every other real estate agent, right? Where it's not just easy work. It's not just, you're not just waiting for business to come to you, right? You're demonstrating to your market. I want to reiterate, you're going to make your post following the training outlined. You're going to then take a screenshot. You're going to post that screenshot as a standalone post. Like, why isn't it posting? Interesting. Did it actually post? Well, I'm going to try again. You're going to post that as a standalone post with the hashtag day1HW. Day1HW. As a standalone post. And it may be, here we go. There it did. Yeah, right here. Okay. As a standalone post. And then we will choose one winner that will get the prize. We're going to give away a prize every day this week. So we'll choose one winner that will get the prize. Now, if you're watching this, some more great questions. If you're watching this and you're not already registered for the challenge, okay, whether you're watching it on YouTube, you're on LinkedIn, or maybe you're even in the group, but you didn't actually register, to be eligible, you also have to register at the link freelistingschallenge.com, freelistingschallenge.com. Great question. Would you do it for just one of the buyers or for all 3 to 5? Well, that's totally up to you. If you are going to do more than one, I would probably do one a day each day this week. I wouldn't do them all in the same day because it will kind of, for lack of a better word, it'll sort of clutter your business page or whatever. But I love where your head's at, and I would do all of them, but I would just spread it out. And you might even vary the time each day. So maybe today you do it late afternoon, and tomorrow you do one in the morning, and Wednesday you do one at lunchtime, and Thursday you do one later, like after dinner, right? So late afternoon, morning, lunchtime, after dinner. I think varying those times, because the algorithms on these social platforms, Facebook, etc., different people will see them at different times. Jeffrey saying something very kind. If you have not followed Josh before, do what he says. He talks the talk and does it himself. Just do it. I appreciate that, Jeffrey. Priscilla, hello. How are you? How are you? Good to see you. I will get this done later today. Just got a contract accepted. Need to get to the lender ASAP. Congrats, Jeffrey. So you literally, your number that I asked to share at the beginning, which is number of clients in escrow, that has actually literally gone up while we were live here. So I'm going to ask for a referral fee of just 10%, Jeffrey. I'm just asking for 10% referral fee, since clearly I had a hand in that. Just kidding, obviously. Just kidding. But congrats. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Any other questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas before I let you all get to work so you can implement, you can share, and be eligible for the prize? And most importantly, the real prize is conversations with people in your market who are thinking about selling, or maybe thinking about buying and selling, or some combination thereof. This is great, great stuff. And I appreciate all of the engagement and the interaction and the great crowd that we have on. Okay, so one last call to action for everybody. If you got value from this, if you found this helpful, make sure you like, comment, and share. Okay. If you know of other people in our community, in the real estate community, that would get value from this challenge, share, invite them. freelistingschallenge.com, freelistingschallenge.com. I would love to have them participate here, and get more people, and certainly have time to catch up. Al says, if you don't have a client looking, find someone in your office and list their need. 100%, Al. I'm so glad you brought this up, because I actually meant that's so great. I meant to include that in yesterday's pre-challenge homework assignment number 2, and I totally forgot to mention that. 100%. If maybe you're brand new, okay? Maybe you're brand new, or maybe it's slow. Things aren't working out. 100%. Al is spot on. Find someone in your office. There is someone in your office, whether you have a physical in-person office or a virtual office, there is someone you can find who's got a client that is ready, willing, and able, and they just can't find the right property, especially in our current market climate and conditions, right? With how hot the seller's market is. So Al, thank you. That is a great, great point. I appreciate you asking, or not asking, sharing. I appreciate you sharing. Okay. Last time. You're going to do the work from today. As soon as we wrap up, which will be in a minute here, I promise I'll stop gas bagging. It'll be available on demand. You can go back through. You're going to make a post following the 3-step format. Ask for help, tell a story, call to action. Ask for help, tell a story, call to action. You're going to make a post. You're going to take a screenshot, or you can just grab the link, the permalink to the post, and then you're going to post that with the hashtag day1HW. Day1HW in the group to be eligible to be our day one prize recipient. Day one prize recipient. If you have any questions between now and tomorrow, you can comment below. You can send a private message, call, text, email, whatever the case may be. We're happy to help you. And tomorrow we will continue. This is really important. So tomorrow we're going to be live at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. 10:30 a.m. Eastern. For any of you that have known me for any length of time, I do a session every Tuesday called Texting Tuesday. And we do that at 10:30 on Tuesdays. And so I want to combine the two, piggyback the two together tomorrow. I also have a conflict at 2 Eastern tomorrow because I'm a guest on a live stream with Street Text and Lab Code agents. So tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern is when we'll do the live session. But don't worry, if you miss the live session, it'll be available immediately afterward on demand. I want to also just remind you all that this is totally free. The training is available to you for free, but the training will be taken down a week from today. The training is coming down. We're pulling it out of the group a week from today because I want you to actually go through it and implement it. Now, you can get, if you're a VIP or you take me up on the special offer I'm going to offer later this week, letting the cat out of the bag a little bit, you can get lifetime access to them. But if that's not in the cards for you, certainly go through these and take action. Go through these and take action. Allison says, so glad you're doing this again. Thanks. My pleasure. I do want to get back to doing these more consistently because, again, selfishly, I get a lot out of these by doing the work myself. In fact, I can't wait to see the kind of conversations that come up and the opportunities that come up from the work I did while we were live here. All right. Enough talking, enough gabbing. I want to let you get to work and implement. We'll be back tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. 10:30 a.m. Eastern. If you can't make it live, it'll be available on demand right after. Do the work. Share your work so you can be eligible to win the prize. If you need anything at all, let me know. Thanks so much. Take care and talk again tomorrow.